Hi, welcome in. If you are here, you're stepping into your highest timeline, and I'm here to help you navigate that journey. I'm just going to tap into spirit, get a channeled message, and then I'll pull some cards. We'll go wherever the energy takes us. If at any point this message resonates, please hit that like button and comment, not only to claim it for yourself, but to add to the energy of this collective. All right, let me get tapped in. Tapping in now, spirit, to this collective's energy. Bring through messages for their highest and greatest good. Bring through messages that would resonate with them. Remove me, make me a clear channel for your word. What message does the collective need in this moment, spirit? Okay, I'm getting a very windy day. It's like you're in a field or walking across like a dirt parking lot and the wind is coming in, and you're kind of like it's so strong that you're like, whoa, and like you're trying to make it to your car. It's like the wind has gotten so strong that like nobody can ignore it. You need to make it to safe ground. You need to make it to your house, to your car. I see that you're the only one there, and the wind is like pushing you. And you're just kind of like, holy shit. Like, I feel like this came on so quickly that like you had no idea that it was coming on. You're really like taken aback by it. And now all of your focus is on this wind and getting out of this wind and like slowly making your way to safety. So what I'm getting from this message is you're going about your day and something hits you strong that knocks you off kilter. And now everything about your day is focused on this one thing. So it can feel very much like a tower or an emergency. And I'm not getting like that it's devastating or that I'm just getting that it's like, this is what we need to focus on right now. I don't know, like it could be like a medical thing or somebody gets in a car accident or, just you weren't planning on it. It comes across your day and now this is the only thing that you are focused on. It's also a challenge for you. It seems urgent. It seems like you really have to work hard to keep your balance in finding safer ground. So let's see what the cards say. Which deck, spirit? Okay, I'm getting this Neoteric Feminine deck from Wispel. So I hope that there isn't something that's like pushing you off, but maybe this is something that you really can't ignore anymore and you just have to handle it. Spirit sees that it's like, I'm really getting that it was something that came along unexpectedly. Maybe it's something that's going to come along unexpectedly. So let's see. What more for this collective, spirit? I hope y'all are doing great. And if you are in a storm, I hope that this reading can help give you some balance. Hope you know you're not alone. What more for this collective, spirit? What do they need to know? Okay, definitely the cards that came out of the deck first is the Ten of Pentacles, but in reverse. So Ten of Pentacles is wealth, ultimate stability. You have everything you need, you're set up, you're secure. But in reverse, it would mean that you feel shaken, that your security is being taken away, that what you thought would lead to your ultimate wealth could be taken away. So maybe your stock portfolio took a big hit. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe you're going through some type of like breakup where financially you feel like this is just like you're unstable, and this is related to like your finances, your home, your material possessions, your groundedness. You're not grounded, which makes total sense with the channeling. Like the wind was coming in, was pushing you, like you didn't feel like you had steady ground to be able to create from. Okay, and I also get your this 7 of Wands, which means you need to really protect your energy right now. You're feeling a little bit defensive. You're feeling like you need to like fight to keep your ground, fight to keep your security in your ground. At the bottom of the deck, I do get the 8 of Wands. So that's something that's usually like in our subconscious or that's under the surface. So you may have had some news recently come in that came in quickly, that knocked you off your game right now, that made you feel like, wow, this is really going to rattle my sense of security, and I need to like figure out how am I going to feel safe again. What more for this collective, Spirit? I'm like kind of surprised I'm not getting the Tower right now. Okay, and I get, excuse me. So I get the Justice card. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. So the Ace of Wands was landed under the Justice card so perfectly that I didn't know that it was there. So, okay, so this is part of the message. So, this instability that you're feeling right now is part of your justice. Part of you asked for this. So what I'm getting is like, you might have had a dream to have a better career, or to be paid more, or to be in a different life, or to have manifestations. And now, like, you're like, yeah, but I didn't ask to lose my job. Yeah, but I didn't ask for my marriage to go down the drain. Yeah, but I didn't ask for this accident to happen, or this, thing that's knocking me off my game. And Spirit's saying, well, it's part of your justice. You can't keep those things, and some things we need to clear out of your way. But what you're asking for can only come if you do lose this job, if you feel off kilter, if you feel a sense of security moving away, because what I'm getting is your new sense of security is going to be very different. Like you wanted a bigger sense of security. You wanted, yes, you might have been like kind of comfortable and secure in what you are because it's what you know, but you were always dreaming and asking for more. So Spirit's like, okay, but so that has to go away for you to have like that greater sense of abundance and security and wealth and safety. So yeah, you're in that like, where do I ground myself now, and how do I protect myself from what's happening? But Spirit's saying, trust that this is part of the justice for you to balance out those scales. Okay? And because this was hiding under the justice, Spirit's coming in with a new opportunity for you. And this is going to be a creative passion, idea, a spark, an opportunity, a thing that's going to come in that's going to feel more aligned with what sets your soul on fire. And I'm really getting that this opportunity couldn't come in if you stayed small, if you stayed in your safe container. So this is part of like you getting out of your comfort zone, and in you navigating being outside of your comfort zone, it's going to allow for this creative spark to come in. And even though right now you might not see that there's a bunch of options, and you feel like I need to just find my grounding and I just need to feel a little bit secure and safe right now, I'm getting that there's a whole bunch of opportunities or options that are going to open up for you. So like if you lost a job, or you find yourself in a position where your job is completely changing, or your life is completely changing, something big happened, Somebody could have died, and now, like, you just like things that change your life as you know it. Now you have all these options open to you. So you're not feeling grounded, but you're like, I am at a pivotal point where, like, I could choose. I don't have to go into the same career path. I don't have to continue living here. I don't have to have life as I know it. The person that I'm caretaking for is no longer here. So I could choose a whole different life if I wanted to. So I'm getting that, like, you're in a space where you have a lot of options, and Spirit's saying, trust that this is all part of your path, and that these options, I'm getting like, get excited and feel the opportunity of all the options, rather than feeling so much like, oh my gosh, I have to find solid ground, because your desire to find solid ground might lead you to choose things that are small. And Spirit's saying, remember what you asked for. Remember that you asked for the 10 of Pentacles in upright, that you wanted, safety, security, wealth, legacy. You wanted all of these things. And they're saying, okay, so let us move you along in the windstorm. Don't fight it so much. Don't fight the windstorm so much. You will find your grounding, and you'll do it through exploring your new options. What more for this collective, Spirit? Definitely see a creative spark coming in for you. Okay, so what has come out now is the 9 of Cups. So what I get is, as you explore all your different options, you are going to lead to, your old life might have been secure and safe and comfortable, but it wasn't fulfilling. It wasn't like, it was just secure and safe, but it was not you and your juicy, flowy, valuable place where you just feel like life gives to you and that you're meant to be here and you have that sense of belonging, and it's just, you didn't have that, and that's what you were asking for. So this is how you get to your 9 of Cups, okay? And I get that this is like this is a moment of transformation and rebirth. So yes, something has shook you up where you're feeling like you're not secure, and you're feeling like you have no clue how you're going to be secure again, and you feel like you need to find your grounding. But Spirit's saying that's because the old you, the you that was safe but asked for more, is dying, so that the new you can come in. And I get, if you have any question about like, but how do I make it through? Or what do I do? Or what's this going to look like? Spirit says, go inside, spend time getting to know who you are, spending time with Spirit, spending time meditating, spending time by yourself. This is a time to go inside, not listen to other people's external advice for your situation, but it's an opportunity to really dive into, who am I? How do I want to live life now that I have a whole bunch of options? And to ask Spirit and make sure those things are really aligned for you. And Spirit saying that's where we can bring in the creative spark and the opportunities for you, and get you to a place where you are feeling that your cup just runs over, that you feel valued, that you feel valuable, that you have a lot of love in your life, a lot of emotional regulation. Maybe you don't regulate your emotions anymore in your new timeline through the money you have and the security you have, but maybe you start to regulate your emotions and your nervous system through a place of trust with Spirit, and you learn that you can be regulated and grounded even without all the current things that make you feel secure, like the job or the money or the amount in the account. Anything more for this collective, Spirit, or final advice? Final advice here, Spirit. Definitely spend some time going inside and seeing this as a new opportunity to reinvent yourself. It is an opportunity. What does the new you want? Who do you want to be? What brings you happiness? What options are you excited to explore? Final advice, Spirit. Okay, both of these want to come out. Okay, so I get the Emperor and the Three of Cups. There is part of you right now that feels like life is happening to you, okay? And Spirit's saying, buck up, Buttercup. You asked for this in no uncertain terms, but this is part of your blueprint. This is part of what's supposed to happen. And we need you to come in a little bit stronger. Understand how much you had to do with this situation, that you actually asked for this. Take your power back instead of like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I lost this job and I can't believe that this is being taken away from me and I feel so insecure right now. Like, switch that perspective to like, good, glad that job's out of the way. Now I can explore something else. I'm the Emperor. I made this happen. I feel in control. Okay, I'm going to take my power back. I'm going to take control of this situation and I'm going to be the badass that I know that I am. That job, screw it. Like, they don't need me. I don't want them. I didn't want to be part of that anyway. Okay. That relationship. Okay. I didn't want to be part of it anyway. That caretaking or whatever I used to do in the past. Yes. Even though there was comfort to it and you might have loved the people there or whatever, you were made for more and you know it. And this is your chance and your opportunity. So don't sit in, oh, I'm going to grieve all that. Don't sit there. No. And I get that your ability to take control of the situation, see how you've caused it, but also see how now it can give you autonomy over your life. And now you really get to choose exactly what you want. This is going to lead to you finding a community or other people that are also like stepping into their power and choosing what they want. And you're going to be celebrated. Like, you're going to celebrate. Maybe you're coming from a place where you never felt like you had that sense of belonging or you had the community that would celebrate you. And that's what you were trying to leave. And so this is part of your celebration, finding a community that does celebrate you. Choose, when you're choosing options, choose ones that make you feel like you have a community that celebrates you. And that's like gonna lead to your 9 of Cups, your fulfillment, your emotional regulation, knowing that I'm really getting that this is a sense from like, you're going from a place of like, money is the thing that makes, money and security is the thing that makes me feel safe, to, you know what? Like, feeling loved and feeling valued and feeling in the flow and feeling connected is what makes me feel safe, makes me feel secure. There's an emotional piece to this that once you have like this emotional piece, this balance of love in your body and for yourself, that you don't need to rely on the money piece of it so much or the material piece of it so much. Or what you have so much, because if you have community and you have people that love you, I'm even thinking of like, if you did just lose a job and now you're going to take one that doesn't pay you as much, but it's flowy and it feels good and it's your people, like, you're really deciding what matters to you. And in this new timeline, emotional peace matters to you so much more than like financial peace. That's the message. The lighthouse can show you the shore, but you still need to steer the ship. If any of this resonated, please hit that like button and comment below. And until next message.